Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. I don't know if there's any other, no, it's literally just up and down like that. It's still very cool. And that is all the potatoes done. So we've finished the potato harvest, and for once, we're going to actually have a root crop harvest that is going to pay off, and it's going to pay off very nicely. So, harvesting right here. We're on 95% right here, so we may not need any more than the potatoes that we've got. You are coming along here. You're doing fine. I can leave you for a minute. I want to get this potato one done. Also going to go there and ploughing that job right there. That's finished. So I'm going to collect that job. So it's done. And I'm going to take this one up the road. So I've got 27,000 litres of potatoes here. I'm going to take them over to the mill over there. Is this going to be enough? I think I've done 2 full loads, and that's taken us to 95%. So we may end up having to get a little bit more potatoes from the storage back over the other side. But to start off with, we will take this in here and we'll tip this. If this gives us contract complete, we can then load up the train with all of the remaining potatoes, and there's also a little bit of wheat there as well that we had, and we can send the whole lot off to Felsbrunn. So let's tip that bit out, and we'll tip that bit out as well. And are we going to complete the job? So there's that back trailer is empty, and I would really like for it to come up complete now. It's not. That's 67% transported. We've got harvesting 98%. 27,000 was 3%. I'm gonna fill one full trailer. So we're looking at 60,000 litres of potatoes that will be left, and we'll fill one full trailer, and we'll bring that back down here. I'm gonna do this now. I'm not gonna skip off to do other jobs for a minute. We're gonna do this right now. We're going to have this full trailer load back, and we're going to tip all of that out. I'm just going to dump the whole lot. I'm going to dump the full 20,000 litres of potatoes straight in, and that'll leave us 60,000, sorry, over in the storage up there that we can then send off to Felsbrunn, which is going to get us the most money available. We've also got to remember that not only are we wanting to go and do this, but we've also got the little bit of wheat that was left in there from our last harvest. Although I'm doing another harvest right now, so I'm kind of tempted to leave it a little bit longer. So there, I've got 5,000 litres of wheat in here. And then we go Tatey-Pos in there, and I'll put 20,000 of them. Helper J has stopped working. So I got 2 of them stood at the moment, not doing anything. We'll get back to them. Oats, right now, the best price for them is also Felsbrunn Grain Mill. So we're not going to... Oh, it's 21,000 litres in here. So it's going to leave 59,000 litres of potatoes going to be left behind. Yeah, so we've got... the oats that we're harvesting at the moment, we'll wait until that harvest is done, and then we will send everything off with the train. So we're going to have 3 different lots of crops going all at once, all to Felsbrunn, and we'll sell the whole lot for a big chunk of change. And that could actually end up being enough for us to go and complete everything else that we want to get. And we're going to get 13,000, well, I think it's 10,000 after we've taken out our expenses. Just for doing this job anyway. And then the potatoes, they'll stay in storage until such time as we do actually send them up the road. So let me bring you in here like this and tip those out. This 21,000, there is no reason to suspect that this won't be a job complete on here. Just going to have a quick look up there. Potatoes and the grain mill, they are about as low as they can get. I know there's a couple thousand litres gone in there, 700, so add 3,000 litres, 4,000. There's about 4,000 litres, I think, left over. So I got 59 to go to here. We've got wheat up here. That's the highest for that one. And then we've got oats here. That's at 600. So that's the highest on that one. So generally speaking, it's looking pretty good for one trip on the train. So I'm going to go to you now. And I want to get over to the various different seed drills. So I've got... Helper F has got a nearly full grain tank. So we want to get that combine going as well. Before I do that, I'm going to go back into this one, and we've got this completed job right here. I've done everything I need to do with the potatoes. I get 12,400 euros for that field right there. Fantastic. I've already picked up another 700, so we've hit 13,000 euros for that. And on top of that, I've then got yet more money to come in with all of the potatoes that we've got available, which is even more fan-schmastic than things are at the moment. So I'm just going to bring you over here. We're going to run in round behind so that we can load up a bit of corn. I've still got 1,500 litres of seed, which is enough to at least do the 3 jobs that we're doing at the moment. That's going to go into there, and I'm going to do all of the seed that can go into that tractor. I will go over here. I'm not sure if I should have left it with the straw going. That's probably all right. That's going to be fine. So I'll bring you down here. Now, am I going to be able to change this? Because I'd actually like to have it now just working straight up and down on this side. If it could do that. So I'll do that over there like that. And then if I bring it round this way, I will go with standard hired help working up and down this side of the field. So I'll bring you over here, and then I will turn off that one, and then I will go here, and he's got almost full, so he's going to be ready to go in a second. You over here, I'm going to lower you down and just start you going again. Like that. Okay, you are emptied out at pretty much exactly the right point right there. I need to get you out of the way here. So I've got 1,000 litres of seed left on board. I'm going to move the spout in a minute. I'm not going to move it yet, and probably shouldn't be driving across the farmer's crops here like this. That's generally frowned upon, I believe. I've got that one. He's right to the end of the field, right there. It's like perfect timing. So I'm going to bring you over here like this, and we're going to just kind of like slowly sidle forwards like that. Is he going to automatically... He's not going to open anything at all, is he? Right, fine. In which case, I will go like this. Because I want to keep these 3 running. There. Oh, back up. Nope. There. Drop that into there like that. Ideal. And move on over here. So I'll carry on this side so that I'm able to just like put it going and then forget about it. So you to there. Off you trot. Then I can go to this one. Start you up, and then I want to go here. Actually, I'm going to bring that one round this way. I'm going to go up the side of the field. So I move the spout, and I take this one all the way up the field 21 so that I can go and just get that seed drill up there running again. And then I will run the tractor and trailer down the road so that we can go and empty the combine on field 13 and get that one running again. And yeah, then, well, we can move the train back up the road. And if we can get the train back... Why am I skipping all over the place like this? This is ridiculous. If I can move the train back up the road a little bit... back up the track a little bit, we can at least load up the potatoes, and we can load up the wheat that we've got there, and then that's going to be kind of ready to send off up the track. I need to put that one out there like that, and I'll bring you in here like this. Just put you above it that way, there, and then I go here. Start you up. Open that one, and... okay, right there like that. I didn't actually expect that. Close that one. Lower it in, and off you go. Now, I should be able to just... well, actually, no, I don't want to leave that one in the field. I don't think that would be a very... that's not very good practice, is it? So we're not going to leave that one in the field. That's not good practice. What I will do is I fold that one away and just tuck it in like that, and then I will go over here. That one there is going to have a seeding job as well, I'll bet, in a minute. So I'll leave you there now, and then we can go to this tractor, and we need to get over to field 13 so that we can get that combine unloaded. We got to take some of the oats, well, some of. We got to take any oats that we get to the Fellspring grain mill, just not the Fellspring grain mill, sorry, the normal grain mill just over here. And then after we've done enough, gone into that one to sort of complete the job, the remaining little bit of oats that we'll have left over, that we will run up the road, and we can put that in the train as well. And then the whole shebang, the whole lot, can go cruising off up the track to... okay, I didn't actually expect him to go all the way around. They're all cruising off up the track to Fellspring Grain Mill, and we can cash in big time up there. We're selling the wheat that we got on board, we're selling the potatoes we got on board, and now we'll be selling oats as well. So we are going to make an absolute fortune out of this. Let's take the cover off like that. It's electric cover, by the way. That's why we can do it while we're moving along. Just put the little thing going, and it just sort of whirs itself back across without any problems whatsoever. Now, I'm going to just go underneath here and take off that all-important 20%, because it's standard hired help. It won't move unless we bring this one down to 80% full. So we drop that down to 84, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Move out of the way. I can swing right round like this. The combine is on his way up across the field, and then I can just go and take a little bit extra from it. Now, it's not going to be a great deal of crop here. Not like extra crop going into the trailer as we travel up across the field. There'll be a little bit, but oats are fairly thin on the ground. You don't tend to get massive yields from them. You get some. You get a reasonable amount, but it's definitely not record-breaking quantities. Wheat and barley, they're the best ones for the cereal crops. You get a nice lot coming off of those. But just here, look, so you can see how slow it's kind of filling up. It is slowly coming in there. So we're on 9,400. 9,000, almost 9,500. There we go. And then that's about it. Right. So I'll stop this one down here, and we will just kind of leave that one sat there, doing nothing for a minute. Yeah, you can stay there and keep doing nothing. And you here, you will finish this job. I don't think it's really worth, like, there's going to be maybe 200 litres of corn left in here by the time we finish. I don't think it's going to be worth coming back to get this. It's a fair way from here. This one should finish this field as well with the seed that it's got on board, so that one shouldn't be too much of a problem. And you here, you should finish this job with the seed that you've got on board as well. So we've got a few jobs now that are going to be coming to completion. The next thing I want to do is I want to drive the train back up the track. And we're going to at least load up the wheat and the potatoes that we've got, even if we don't actually get round to doing the oats just yet. Actually, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I will just get the wheat and the potatoes that I've got right there, rather than worrying about waiting for the oats. I know that there's going to be a little bit more, but it's not going to be a vast amount of money, and I kind of want to see what we're going to get from these potatoes, and you've also got like that little bit of wheat there as well, like we said. So it's not vast quantities of anything, but it's enough there to at least tickle our bank account a little bit. So let's just slow right down like that. And then I want to change over to you and open that cover. And then I want to go in here. And it's not Tatey Pose that I want. It's wheat. So I'm going to put 5,000 litres of wheat into there. And then we're going to go forward. And we're going to stop under that one. And we're going... Oops. And we're going to put... Let's zoom back a little bit like this. And we're going to go into there. And then we're going to go up through... And put in... Tatey Pose in there. Back up a little bit. I've only got 59,000 in here, so it's only just like a covering the bottom of the trailer here, really. Trailer, the truck, is it? It is, yeah, it's trucks, isn't it? I think it's trucks. Back up through that way. There. Right, perfect. I'll close up that front one. Start overload. No, I don't want to start overloading anything. I want to close up that front lid right there. And head off down the track. So we are... Contract on field 14 has finished. I will worry about that one in a minute. So we're going to get 444 per thousand for wheat. And we're going to get... 531 per thousand. No, not 500. 228 per thousand for potatoes. Not 531 at all. 228 per thousand for the potatoes. Now we have, so it's going to be 60 times, or 59 times, 228, which is still a fairly reasonable amount. And 60 times that is, that's 60 times a lot. I don't actually know what that is. We're going to find out, because we've only got, like, what's the wheat? Quickly, 400 times 5. So 2 grand off of what we get, and then the rest is all for the potatoes. Do you want the train to sell the loaded goods? Yes, I do. 15,000. So we got 13,000 for the potatoes, which means that overall, not only did we get 13,000 for potatoes, but we also ended up with, and that's only on 36% in that combine right there. We got 13,000 potatoes, and we also got about 13,000 for doing the contract as well. So we got call it 25,000. 25,000 euros for doing that potato job, which is not bad actually. That's a pretty good, pretty reasonable rate. This job here has got a little bit to go before it's finished. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring you to the end of the field there, and then I'm going to go over to this side. And I'm going to do the rest of this job from here, because it's got the kind of like triangle bit up the other end, and I don't want it to confuse itself. So I'm going to lower you in there and start that one. And then you here, you're just coming in. I think this is going to be the final pass across the field. If it's not, it's got one more little tiny, tiny strip. It hasn't got one more tiny, tiny strip. That is actually completing the job. So when he gets down the other end, that one will be finished. We've already completed another one. We've got it. Helper D has completed their task. That's the seed drill out over that side. That's you. You're all finished. Yes, excellent. And you've only got 148 litres of corn in there. It's not worth the bother going back and chasing after it. And this one's not going to be worth the bother either. So it's going to be fairly easy to sort of keep on top of them. And I've got 36 litres of seed left in this machine. So it's not a lot anywhere, really. And I want to just watch the combine a little bit. We haven't watched the combine for a little while. So we're just going to have that one there ticking along, going through the oats, looking absolutely fan-schmabulous. I'm waiting for F to go up. So field 14. I go and complete field 17 a second. Let's do that. We'll have you right there and collects as 2,700. And we get reimbursed for 126 as well. Collect that one. Right in there. I've got field 14. He's just come to the end of field 14. And he should... I'm hoping he's not going to try and turn around and say that he wants to go and do some more. No, he's not. What he's actually doing is he's reversing all the way across the field. That's what it looks like. No, now he's going back up the other end of the field. I don't know what he's doing. Is he driving down? Let's go and have a look. I wanted to watch the combine for a bit. I wanted to see the combine. Look, see, look, he's... What are you even doing? What are you even doing? You shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it wrong. Whatever it is that you're doing it wrong. Field 14 right there, 5,700, and we get the reimbursement of 63 euros for the little bit that we got in there. We collect that one. And we've got one more sowing job that we're doing that's nearly done. We got this harvesting job, and then we've got a few others. So field 19, cultivating, that's the one directly outside of us. And then we've got field 21 as a sowing job. So let's get field 19. You don't get a lot for this, but it's that big old cultivator again. It's that really big monstrous thing. Before I go and do that one, though, I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to unload that next lot of oats that are just about ready on that combine. And it looks like we're going to want to run... Well, if I go and take this load now, I'll run that up to the mill. That's going to be some of this contract up here then ready. And then what's left in the field should all fit in the trailer. And we've got the last little bit ready to go and complete when we get to that point. And at the moment, I'm kind of... Well, I'll see what the oats are for the mill once we've unloaded this lot. But at the moment, I'm kind of thinking that we will just sell all the oats straight down there. I don't think there's going to be a vast difference in the prices that's going to make it worth worrying about the Felsbrunn grain mill in order to get, like, scrape that extra few pennies together. We're at 129,000 euros, which means that we have the money now to go and buy our piece of land, if we want to. I could go and get that. Then when we get a tractor, I mean, we could always go for tractor and mower and start, like, doing our own grass. The only problem with that is that we'd have to get a mower and we'd have to get something else in order to be able to, like... There's a few things that we'd have to get in order to be able to start properly utilizing all of the grass that we've got there, and I don't really want to go and do all of that work. So I'm not going to worry about that for a minute. Now you I can take over there, and I'm going to, but I'm not going to do it just yet. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to go to you, and I'm going to get you hooked on, and we're going to get you straight over into that field, and we're going to start doing the work that we need to do in there. Field 22 contract is finished. He's not quite finished doing the work in there yet, so we will wait for it to do that before we go and do anything else. I'll bring this one out here. Why they keep insisting on using this great monstrosity. I mean, of all the fields, this one is probably the best suited. Certainly not that one just across the road. That one really wasn't suited to using this machine. I mean, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure that this field is suited to it. Mainly because of the corner right here. But I can live with this bit. This bit I can live with. I'm just going to kind of do that a little bit right there. And then I'm going to do my absolute bestest to come back over here without utterly destroying this cultivator. Although I'm destroying the cultivator and the pavement and everything else besides at the moment. Because it is just too big for the job, isn't it? Is too big for these corners and little tight bits and everything else. And yeah, we don't really want it like that. So I'm going to do a couple of passes just along this bottom end. Just so that we've got a little bit more room here for maneuvering and turning round and stuff like that. So let's lift you up and then right way round like that. Helper A has completed their task. So there is another job done. Drop you down there like that. I'm going to go back across here. I'm going to do this 3 times, I think. So I'm going to do this. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm just going to do it now, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to set the hired help going down that side of the field there. I'm just going to leave it. And then I'll go and tidy the field up afterwards rather than doing the tidy up sort of work beforehand. So I'm going to bring you to there, like that. We're going to ignore the fact that I'm turning it like that. We're just going to pretend that that bit's not happening at all. I'm going to bring you back a little bit to here. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to press H right there. And we're going to let that tractor carry on doing what it needs to do. You are the next one that I need to, like, move. We need to go and do something with. You are fine. You can sit there where you are. So I'm just going to go over here. You've got on board 36. Actually, I don't know how much you've got on board. 172 litres. It's not worth me picking up, is it? I know I'm sat right next to the thing. You know, I'm sat right next to the thing over here. Let's go and get it. Like, there's not a lot of money in it, but there is at least a little bit of money. And as I'm right here, I could go and pick it up. Oh. But what about... Have I got more sewing jobs? I have got a couple more sewing jobs, so I'll probably be glad of using it. Alright, yeah, we will. We'll bring it back over this side, and we will just unload it right there. So we'll leave it there like that. And then I'll go over to you. And I will put that one out like that. I'm also going to go into here. I'm going to scroll all the way up. And that one I'm going to collect there for another 1,800. So I've got 130,000 euros now. Start that one. Just back it up a bit. Load there. So I got 200 litres of seed. I'm not exactly, like, flooded with seed right here. I got a little bit of fertilizer in here as well. We got a few little bits. So I haven't got lots of stuff. So I'm going to drive this one back over to the dealership because I'm going to want a little bit more seed in here, and I'm probably going to want a bit more fertilizer. I mean, even if I don't, there's a couple of fertilizer jobs that I've got, so I could just go and use this rather than having to buy any additional fertilizer for now, which is probably not a bad thing. And in we go there. So yes, I have got the money to go and buy our new farm, and I will go and do that in a minute. I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I'm curious how much space this thing is going to take to go and turn round here now. Right, he's coming up here. How much room is he going to demand for turning round? That much room. Gets out to here, and then does he ignore the road? So he does completely ignore road signs. Oh, he didn't even knock him over. Right. Well, anyway, so you're doing just fine. I want to get you down to the mill, and we want to get this lot tipped out, and then we can worry about taking another job. And well, yes, I do want to go and buy the land, and then we've at least got somewhere that we can go and put the pickup at night time. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers, who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.